present our next speaker, who is Julius Nyananyo. He is the Deputy Director, Head of Protocol and Information at Bail State Judiciary. His presentation is entitled Sustainable Learning and Development Through Professionalism. Julius is a counseling and personal psychologist by training, protocol and public relations practitioner by profession. He has driven protocol best practice across the globe. He is currently the Deputy Director, Head of Protocol and Information, and official Master of Ceremony of the Bailey State in the southern part of Nigeria, and Vice Chairman, Counseling Association of Nigeria, with the Bailey State chapter, with over 20 years of professional experience in high-level events and VIP management, and with a great passion for promoting protocol practice. He holds a bachelor's degree in counseling psychology, a postgraduate diploma in industrial relations and personal management, and a master's degree in personal psychology. He's currently a PhD candidate in allied psychology. He is a member of the Association of Certified Protocol Practitioners in Nigeria and the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. Julius, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you so much. Good evening. Good to be here to speak on this topic, sustainable learning and development through professionalism, the protocol experience. Protocol, as you know, is universal. Protocol as a profession has continued to develop not only in the advanced countries, but also in the developing countries. Has continued to develop in the developing countries. As you all know, the prospects and usefulness of protocol practice in today's world, in all aspects of our existence, cannot be overemphasized. Actually, the aim of this presentation is to give an insight on sustainable learning and development as a tool for enhancing professionalism in protocol practice. The presentation will do some comparison around the subject matter within the West African sub-region, with specific focus on learning through quality education and relevant skills. It will suggest strategies for scaling professionalism in protocol practice in developing countries. We have some key definition. I won't bother you with those definitions. First is sustainable learning and then development. The next one is professionalism. Let's just go to the next slide, please. These are very key and germane factors that will enhance professionalism in protocol practice. First and foremost, please. First and foremost, we'll look at the issue of legal framework. Legal framework is very, very important. Legal framework on order of precedence and other related matters. Legal framework to set the tone and pace for protocol practice. So the legal framework is very key, just like the 1815 Congress of Vienna put to rest once and for all the issue of order of precedence of ambassador. Next is the issue of scheme of service in the public sector. That means we need to institutionalize protocol practice. There has to be a scheme of service. Protocol has to be one of the cadres in that scheme that will bring about career progression and advancement. It is very, very key. Protocol is not institutionalized, then protocol will still remain an all-comers affair, particularly in this part of the world. Next, we'll look at sustainable learning. Sustainable learning is key, as training and retraining and certification is very, very important. We need to learn the various skills, communication skills, mindset skills, soft power skills, modern etiquette skills. These skills have to be learned, and we need to also get certification from relevant institutions. On these 4 key factors, the last of them is networking and professional development. We are here on this platform, we're networking. So there is serious need for networking. We need to form professional associations, alumni groups, and we need to have some level of diplomatic partnership with relevant organizations. Take, for instance, the World Protocol Association, World Protocol Organization. We need to partner with this organization so as to improve learning and be professionalized as practitioners. That is very, very key. Now, in relations to the Sustainable Development Goals, we'll be looking at 3 key items on Goal 4, and this will enhance professionalism through Goal 4 of the SDGs. We'll take the issue of equality. 4.3, Goal 4.3 talks about quality education, and quality education, just as I've mentioned previously, is very key. We need to have it at the vocational level and also at the tertiary level. It is very, very key. The next is the constant update of relevant skills. Constant update of relevant skill is important because we need to be updating our skills from time to time to be relevant in the industry. And now 4.7 talks about sustainable lifestyle. We need to be aware of cultural diversity. One of the principles of protocol is gender equality. We need to get to know this, and also the promotion of peace and non-violence. As diplomats, as protocol officers, we need to promote these qualities or principles. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yes, implementation strategies for sustainable learning, effective learning. These implementation strategies for sustainable learning are the strategies for Goal 4, how to implement sustainable learning, effective learning, scholarship. We need scholarship for practitioners to the advanced world so as to be able to build capacities. We need teachers who are well-grounded in protocol practice, or educators, that will teach in this field. We also need mentors, people that have, done well in the practice, that will be able to mentor upcoming and then younger practitioners. So these strategies are very key in the sustainable learning of the SDGs 2030. Next slide, please. Now, this slide tells us about protocol practice in some West African countries. We're looking at the strength and weakness. I've used the 6 West African countries as reference. Just like we said in slide 3, there is need for legal framework. Every country must have a legal framework. We found out that here in Sierra Leone, there is no legal framework governing the national order of presidents. So you can imagine what that will entail. Now, the protocol as a career is not institutionalized. It's not in the scheme of service in the public sector of Sierra Leone. That means it's an all-commerce affair, except for those that are in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, except for those that are in diplomatic practice. The others, it is an all-commerce affair. Same thing in Nigeria. Nigeria too does not have a law. They only have a document that serves as a guide. From 1999 up to date, there is no law. Protocol practice also in Nigeria has not been are institutionalized. Nowhere in the public sector that has been institutionalized, except in the Bayelsa State Judiciary, where protocol has been institutionalized via a law. That's the Bayelsa State Judiciary Workers Law 2010. And in this law, protocol is a cadre, so that you now have young officers. They are recruited from protocol officer grade 2, which what we call level 8. They will rise up to the rank of the director on level 17. That is what we are advocating for in the entire West African sub-region. Next slide, please. Ghana has a law. That law is covered in their constitution, but it is not institutionalized in the scheme of the public service. So also in Ghana, it's more like an all-commerce affair. Today you can be a protocol officer in Ministry of Economic Affairs. Tomorrow you can be posted to Ministry of Finance as an admin officer. So those are the challenges we have. Benin Republic has a law governing the order of precedence. They also protocol is institutionalized. Protocol is institutionalized in the public service in Benin Republic. Young officers are recruited and they rise up to the rank of directors in Benin Republic. I think this is a welcome development of all the countries we've used as references in West Africa. Benin Republic tops the list. Next slide, please. Côte d'Ivoire does not have a law as well, but they have a code that serves as a guide. It is not institutionalized as a scheme in the public service. Burkina Faso also, they have a law, but it's not institutionalized. So from all this, you can see that there is serious need for us to come together to ensure that protocol is taken to the desired level. Next slide, please. Now, this is the call to action. What we are saying is practitioners and professional associations should engage with policymakers, engage with stakeholders and global partners, engage with the government to ensure that there is a framework and that there is a cadre, in the public service that will regulate the activities of protocol, so that young people can be recruited and they will get to the zenith of their career. They will practice, that passion that they have, doing the protocol job should not diminish midway. So we need to engage with these critical sectors. That is a call to action for everyone, for every hand to be on deck to ensure that we take protocol to the desired level. Next slide, please. My conclusion. In conclusion, I will want to end up with a quote by Francois Bonagel, who was the former chief of protocol of the European Parliament. He says protocol orchestrates harmony and creates beauty. How would we orchestrate that harmony when we don't have the needed professionals? How do we create that beauty when the needed professionals are not there? I would say protocol is life, just like I said in the opening slide. Protocol is key in all aspects of human existence. So everybody needs to put hands on deck to ensure that things move to the desired level. I want to commend the ICPD for a great job that has been done, particularly Patricia Kenneth Divine, who has started some work in Nigeria to ensure professionalization of protocol practice. I think we need to take this assignment to the end so that by 2030, we will have the cause to smile and to beat our chest that we have been able to do that which is desired of us as practitioners, and we've been able to do the needful. I want to thank you so much for this attention, for this opportunity that you've given to me to share my thoughts on the need to professionalize protocol practice in Nigeria, particularly in Nigeria and West Africa in general, as a developing country, as developing countries. You can contact me on any of my social media handles, and then we can progress with the conversation. Thank you so much. If there are questions, we'll quickly take them. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Julius, for that insightful presentation and nicely wrapping up all of our presentations for the day. I like how you would have shown the linkages between protocol among the various West African countries and their various ways. Any questions for Julius? Please feel free to place them in the Q&A chat so that we can field them to him. Julius, there are some congratulations for you within the chat. But
thank you so
thank you very much for that excellent presentation.